The purpose of this video is to fire up this Equinox from a cold start. It's 39 degrees outside and 61 in this room, and it's about 10:15, 10:14. My wood, I've got some wood staged here, kindling in the middle. On the right side, some really dry beech and sweet gum, and on the left is some nice and dry oak. I'm going to start with the kindling and the really dry stuff, and then move on to the oak. And what I'm going to attempt to do here is bring this stove up. The stove is stone cold. I mean, it's probably 65 degrees or less. And the purpose of this is to just demonstrate how I get my stove up nice and hot, see if I can get it in the 650, 700 range and see how long it takes. Now, I decided to do a top-down start. There's been a lot of skepticism over how well that works, so we're going to try this out. I've done this before. It seemed to work pretty good. So I'm loaded up with some really dry. Now, I am optimizing this, making sure that I have everything I need to get this thing going really well and heat this stove up. So you might call it cheating, but it's really not. Just I'm going to show you how I can get this thing up and hot. There's my kindling on top, and there's a superseder down in there. And then I don't mess around. Cold stove really makes it hard to get this thing going, so better start I get, the better I can get it going. There we go. Damper's wide open. There we go. Get some draft going there. And the time is 10:23 in the morning. 39 degrees outside, 61 degrees in here. Stove is stone cold. Starting up real well, got a good draft already. Here's my wood stage out there in the screen room. Yep, she's taking off pretty good. I don't think I really needed that super cedar. There's my wood. Oh, I just heard something drop. Piece of wood dropped into the glass. I'll leave that go for now. Yeah, let me fix that. There we go. Need as much of that wood on top of the fire as possible. I didn't want it falling forward. She's starting to creak already. What's it been? 5 minutes? Can you hear that? I got a damper up there, as you can see. She's wide open. It's a straight up chimney. Take a quick walk outside, see the chimney, see what kind of smoke we got going on here. Hard to tell, but there's just a little bit of smoke coming out of that. Let's see if we can. Yeah, you can see it, not too bad. That's the beauty of the top down. Again, well, there's my kindling in the screen porch. I'm still working on that pile, and then I'm stacking in the back. I don't expect this to be moving yet. It's still cold. So once this fire really starts to progress to where I can shut the door, she'll start heating up again, and I'll start closing the stovepipe damper, start holding the heat in. But the whole idea here is just get this stone warmed up. Not necessarily as quickly as possible, because you don't want to really shock it, but with the on the way it's going, that won't shock it. Just want to get that fire going. But she's talking to me. I don't know if you can hear it. See if I can hear the sound. See the door shaking? The giraffe is pulling the door. Trying to get the exposure to change on me so you can see that. There we go. See the door shaking? The air pulling them, trying to shut it. I've actually had it shut the door on me. Didn't turn the handle off. Now it's so bright it's causing my exposure to go. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's talking. We're about 10 minutes into this. I feel heat, and the needle is just starting to move. Sorry, this thing won't focus too well on that. Yep, stone's just starting to get warm. 10 minutes. Right up here we got some nice heat. Ten minutes. We got stones getting warm. Not sure how long people think it should take, but 10 minutes starting to get warm. Not too bad. I can feel the heat. I'm standing about 6 feet away, and I can feel the heat coming out of that glass on my legs. 10 minutes, producing heat. Nothing substantial, but you can definitely feel it. Funny part is, temperature reading dropped a degree in the room, and that's because I had the door open. Taking the outside look at the stack. Okay, it's 10:42, about almost a half an hour into the startup of the, and as you can see, the top down, we're actually burning down in the bottom now already within a half an hour. So it's getting close to being fully engulfed. There's major radiant heat coming off the front of the stove. So I mean, we're starting to heat the room up. Temperature's already up to 61. We started at around 60. But this isn't just a room we're heating here. It's the end of a home that's open. 3,300 square foot home, and this is just open. I have all the doors open, so it's not like you're heating a closed up room. We got 250 degrees already. Can't keep your hand on it. Half an hour. All kinds of heat coming off the top of this thing. It might sound like I'm promoting it, but I'm not. Just telling it like it is. So, door's still open. I'm going to close the door. Let's see what it does. It lightens up a little. Look at that. Tames it up a little. Heat's going to start rising now, faster. I think I'm in good shape now. I think I'm going to actually close my stovepipe damper. So, fully closed. Now remember, the plate has holes in it, so even fully closed still allows bypass. Doesn't affect the fire all that much, but I know there's an effect because if I go to load wood, I have to make sure I open it or I'll get smoke coming out. I'm going to back off on the air a little to see if I can accelerate the temperature rise. All the way off just to get an indicator of where I'm at. There's the control. There goes the secondaries. Oh, yeah. I mean, those secondaries are almost instant. I guess because all the vapors start coming off the wood when you shut the damper, shut the air control. I love the stove. Oops. It's beautiful. I'm going to give it a little bit of air just to, like I said, I'm trying to show how I can get this thing hot. It went up. I just moved it, maybe to a quarter open. He's jacking up again. Look at that. Let's see where we're at temperature-wise. Almost 300. Trust the left one, don't trust the right one. We'll do the old IR, see what the bottom of the stovepipe looks like. Look at that. 558. $300, $325, $340, $350, $360. Getting close to the stovepipe, it gets hotter. Alright, just barely more than a half an hour, and we're producing really good heat. We'll jack it up a little more here. About halfway now. I'm going to get this thing going. Not as much secondary action with a little more air. Okay, it's been just over 45 minutes, and I ended up reopening the damper in the stovepipe and putting the air full on because I was choking it off a little too much, and I just wanted to get more of a raging fire going here. This is still my startup load. It's doing really, really well, and pretty soon what I'm going to do is, as it goes down into the coals, I'm going to start loading in my better oak through the side door, which is just a pleasure to have. So I don't have to worry about opening this front door and logs falling forward. Just shove them in the side. A lot less chance of getting burnt, a lot less chance of hot ashes falling out the front door. But temperature-wise, just over 45 minutes? Let's see what we got. We're already over 400 degrees stovetop. And I'll guarantee you some of this stove is in the 550. Let's see. Look at that. Working on 600 degrees at the flue. Look, I'm getting 600 degrees around the flue. 400 degrees. This is about where they want you to measure it. Hearthstone, they say, kind of like in front of the flue. So we're about 400. We're over 400 degrees. 45 minutes, 400 degrees, not too bad. And my pants feel like they're on fire from standing in front of that. Room temperature, we're up to 66, it's 39 outside. That's the humidity on the right, that's 34%. So temp's gone up 6 degrees in 45 minutes in this area of the house. And this is a 25 by 25 room. Quite the... And like I said, everything's open to the whole rest of the house. So that's some heating going on there already. So now my goal is to try to jack this thing up to 600. See what I can do. She's still going up. Alright, it's been 1 hour exactly since I lit this fire up on a stone, no pun intended, cold Equinox. We've got a real nice stages to put my real good dry oak in here to the next heat level. Now, this isn't in 1 hour. And this thing stand too close to the stove for very long. It's really putting out the heat. Room temp. So I'm going to load through the side. Let me put my gloves on. Okay, see if I can do this with my gloves on. Let's see what we have here. Some smaller ones first. Cool this stove down too much because I'm trying to really make some heat. So I'm just going to go with those guys now. Alright. I have had the stovepipe damper wide open. I did close it for a little while, but I wasn't getting the heat I wanted, so I hope everything's wide open. Oh baby. It's like a coal furnace. We are going to be generating some heat now. This oak will do it too. This is red oak, by the way. Still wide open everything, but doors are closed. You just let it rip now. Got some good airflow in there, as you can see through the port where the inlet is. Oh, I got a friend. That's Cheyenne, a Bengal. Ooh. She's a little lover. So now we're going to see if we can get 700 out of this thing. I'll be back. I don't know if you can see him, but we got a little fox back out there between those two trees. Right there he goes across. He's right in the middle between those two trees in the center of the screen. Just sitting there. I can't zoom this camera. You'll see him when he moves. Just above the corner. Let me put the corner of the deck is right on his body, at the top of the rail. Sitting right there. He must have found something in the dirt there. There he goes. Off to the left of the tree. He's just sitting there scratching. I'll walk out there and you'll see him go. You ready? There he goes. Yeah, and there goes this one too. Hey buddy, get back in here, girl. Get back in here. Come on. Yep. Get in there. Get in there, sweetheart. Yeah, you're ornery, aren't you? Oh, I'm going to bring the temperature of this room down. I don't want to do that. Mess up my experiment. 70 degrees. That thing should be kicking. See, I just had that door open a little too long, but that's okay. That's what the stove's for. Let's see what we got. Look at this. We're over 500 now. We should be able to hit 6 pretty soon. I might start closing some stuff down to try to hold the heat in. Let's try this. Shut that baby off. Okay, she stalled at around 520 degrees, so just to move this along, I put one big oak split in there, and I've got the side door cracked open, and we got some serious heat going on in there now. Sitting on 500, but she's going to move up now, better. Okay, we started at 10:15 about. It's now 12:07. 77 degrees in this room. Humidity's dropped a bit. It's 40 degrees outside. And what I'm going to do is go back to the thermostat way in the back of the room. And we got 71 degrees way back here. 77. And you're going to expect it to be warmer over there, closer to the stove. And what do we got going on here? We're just passing 600 degrees. And she's hot. So you can actually begin to smell you can smell it when it's hot, like this. 600, when it gets 600 to 700 degrees, there's that heat smell that you start to get. Any of the residuals that still haven't gotten burned off, you get to smell the dust and things. So let's see how much hotter we can get it. This one's enjoying it. Okay, it's 12:17, 81 degrees. Go to the back of the room. 73. It's getting too hot in here. Stove temperature. 650. So we're over the recommended temperature right now, but we're going to see if we can get 700 and then I'll bring her down. Yeah, alright, let's see. 1233, 82 degrees, 660 degrees. I'm going to start backing off on it because it's been sitting at 650 and wanting to rise, but I don't like to keep it that hot for way too long. But Mom's here and it's actually starting to get a little overheated. I think you all get the picture. In an hour, half an hour to an hour, she's putting out good heat. Let me see, 10, 15. In an hour and 45 minutes, she's overheating the room. And thermometer all in the back, way away from the heat. We're 75 degrees back here, and there's no heat back here, and it's cold normally. So we went from 61 to anywhere between, if we go by the front and the back of the room, 82 and, what was it, 72, 82. So we go to mean, middle of it is about 74, 75 degrees in an hour and a half to 2 hours. With and our stove is at 650 degrees. I just shut the air down and see if we get a temperature spike here. And no, yeah, we got a little temperature spike. Yeah, it went up another 10 degrees, 670 or so. Flue's open. So what I'll do is I'm going to shut that down. We're going to start controlling this thing a little more. Let it go down to cruise temperature, which will probably be in the 500 range. And this thing is just putting out some phenomenal heat. There you have it. Hearthstone Equinox from stone cold, 60 degrees. The actual stone was 60 degrees. Up to 650 degrees in less than 2 hours. Room temperature from 60 to 75 in less than 2 hours. Doing great. Okay, I got it all dialed back. Just wanted you to see the beautiful, beautiful secondaries. So this is basically cruising. We're at 650 degrees and it's kind of holding. I don't like to keep it that hot too long, so I'll just let this thing burn down. I've got a fan on the floor blowing across it. Start pulling heat off of it. Secondary burn tubes do have a slight red glow to them. I think that's normal. The rest of the stove, beautiful. No problems. And coming down a little tiny bit, came down about 10 degrees. Still 82. I went up a degree outside, it's 41. And 75. I got some light on there. 76, baby. Plenty warm. And guess what? These guys know where the right place to sit is. Hey guys. You guys are adorable. Yeah. That's our Bengals.